Hoi Hoi everyone. So today is a day in Juneau and I actually got a shore excursion and I've got most of the day off, so I'm actually going to take you out on a little shore excursion and all the good stuff with me, like just a nice little day in Juneau. But first, we're going to get ready, all of that good stuff, so I'm going to take you along for the ride. So I'm just going to answer the question now. Why do I have my own cereal stuff in my cabin? Because I am too lazy to get up early to actually go eat breakfast in the crew area, because it's like closing pretty soon, and also I've got to be in full uniform if I want to be eating in the crew area, so that's not going to happen today. And also the guest area, where we are also allowed to have breakfast and everything like that, I also have to be in uniform, and I'm only allowed to go there at like 10 o'clock. So we're not going to make that happen today because we're going to be on a shore excursion. So I'm lazy, and that is why I've started getting breakfast supplies for myself so I can have it in my own cabin in the morning. But yeah. Alrighty folks, so I'm dressed up all nice and snug and warm to go on this shore excursion in Juneau. So let's go exploring! I am super excited to go see Mendenhall Glacier again, and I'm not too sure about the axe throwing, but let's go do it! Alrighty folks, so what we're going to do right now is we're actually heading to the main photo area. Now we can't do the oh gosh, what's it called, the Nugget Fall trail, only because it's about an hour walk there and back, and we don't have that much time in this shore excursion. My brain is not working today. So right now we're heading there, and then we're going to see some amazing beautiful views. And what I do love about Mendenhall Glacier in particular is that you come here and the first thing you see is the glacier. But yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. So I've never actually done the Steep Creek Trail, because last time I was here I kind of focused on the Nugget Fall one, and I will insert some pictures and videos of the Nugget Falls, because from what I'm seeing it's still the same, but this is the view from Steep Creek Trail. And apparently the reason they've built some of these high-hanging bridges and everything like that is because obviously right now it's still May, so there are no bears. Some of the bears are still in hibernation, but all of the rivers and everything will fill up with salmon, and you'll be able to spot some bears. Sometimes you can even spot a porcupine in the trees, because apparently that's very common here in Alaska, Juneau. But yeah, so it's actually a beautiful walk. Yes, unfortunately there's no bears and there's no salmon to spot, but it's still a fantastic walk. So if you can't actually do the Nugget Fall Trail because you're running out of time, maybe do the Steep Creek Trail, because it's an absolutely stunning little bridge walk and you get to see so much. Alrighty, so we're heading up to the visitor center by the Mendenhall Glacier. I'll be able to get you some good views from there as well, and just a view as into inside what it looks like. Okay, really not much to see in the Mendenhall Glacier Visitor Center. They do have some park rangers and everything like that, which is very helpful. Like, they can help you with any questions you do have. It is very stuffy and very packed in there. If you want to get little gifts and trinkets, definitely go inside there. But otherwise, I'd recommend skipping that and just staying outside. It is absolutely beautiful in the outside area. You don't need to go inside. So, interesting facts about the Mendenhall Glacier. It is believed that by 2050 we will no longer actually be able to see it at all from the Mendenhall Glacier Visitor Center or even on the Nugget Trail hike. So if you want to see it, definitely recommend coming, but this is just the impact of climate change. having a little snack because the adrenaline has worn off. And now we're gonna go throw some axes. Yay!
I got robbed.
Good throw, just a little bit higher.
Higher as in release higher? Or?
Release a little bit sooner, yep. Hey, perfect. Wow. Good job.
And I'm stuck again.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll see. I'll get a little area for you, but yeah, this is kind of where you come for like a food truck enjoyment of food. As always, the crepes are delicious, and I'm gonna head back to the ship now. I might make a stop at the Alaskan Fudge Co. because I was told to try cookies from there, so let's see if I give in to the temptation. So I'm back in the cabin and I'm 50-50 on what to actually do from here on out. I think I'm going to try and tag you along for the rest of the evening so that you can then kind of see what like the full day in Juneau was. But we're done with the shore excursion and I caved. They didn't have, oh, this actually looks like a bag of food now. So let me just do this. They didn't have the chocolate chip cookies when I went in. The Alaskan Fudge Co, they had fudge for days and I was so strong. I said I'm only going in there for the cookies. And they had like the raisin ones and the macadamia ones and like, you know, all of that stuff. And I was like, no, I was told to get the chocolate chip cookies because those are the best. And they didn't have any. And as I'm about to walk out, one of the lady asks, hey, what are you here for? And I was like, oh, I was just looking for the chocolate chip cookies, but you know, you guys are out, it's all good. And she was like, oh no, we're not out. They've just gotten out the oven. And that was it. I got a chocolate chip cookie. So I'm going to try that and I'm going to let you know how delicious it is because I've been told it is amazing. But just a little breakdown on the shore excursion, everything like that. I really liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Obviously, my big reason for going on there was I wanted to see Mendenhall Glacier. And yes, I did see it. There was not enough time to do the Nugget Fall walk. So I might be a cow and go sign up for another shore excursion just to go be able to do that walk again. Because I think it's a beautiful walk and I absolutely loved it the last time. And I definitely want to see it and do the walk again. Just because I can. Honestly, just because I can. I love the ziplining aspect of it. It was super fun. And I got to do some tricks and turns and everything like that, which was great. And I'm slowly learning that I really do enjoy ziplining. And I do like doing all of that kind of adventure outdoorsy stuff. But I just naturally assume I'm a homebody because I enjoy reading books. So I need to maybe break that mindset that I'm not a homebody, that I'm also a bit of an adventurous person when I want to be. I was pretty impressed with myself for the axe throwing, and I really hope the lady that I gave the camera to knew how to work the camera. If not, I got one bullseye. On my second try, It's not a bullseye, but I'm counting it as a bullseye because it hit the board. And compared to everyone else, only one other person was able to hit the board. So I count that as a full-blown bullseye because I at least was able to get onto the board. And I stopped there. I stopped after the first time I was able to get it on because I stopped while I was ahead. But otherwise, it was a really fun experience, really great. I need to get the paperwork done so I can go drop that off at the shore excursion guys so they can hear my opinion. But if you are looking for something that's got a little bit of an adventure and like some of the cool natural stuff in Alaska, definitely do the Mendenhall Glacier ziplining and axe throwing tour. We were in port for a very short time. Today we're actually leaving at about 4 o'clock. So we're not here as long as we normally would be in Juneau, which kind of sucks. But that being said, it also affects the tour time and everything like that. Because usually, you know, sometimes you're able to go on like tours that are 8-9 hours long and see a whole bunch of stuff. If you have a shorter day and the main goal is to maybe see Mendenhall Glacier, maybe just take a full Mendenhall Glacier tour. But if you want to get all the extra bits and bobs like ziplining and axe throwing, definitely do this tour. I would definitely recommend it. It's about like a 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, yeah. Now, I'm going to finish my paperwork, eat some of the cookie, and then get some stuff done, and then probably take a nap because I did not sleep well last night, and I think it's because I was super excited to actually go on a tour. And this is the first tour I've done in Alaska for a very long time. So yes, but yeah, let's get some stuff done. Alrighty, so we're gonna go out. I've just realistically thought about my evening. I don't think I'm gonna be able to actually record any of the events that I'm gonna be at because a lot of them have other team members involved, and I don't really like recording against their will. So I'll see how much I can get, but right now I'm gonna put on my jacket and then we're gonna go drop this off for the shore excursion, and then yeah, let's go have a fun dress to impress night in my pink little get up here. Alrighty folks, so that is pretty much been the day. I do feel a little bad that I couldn't show you most of what like the evening work was and everything like that, but tonight was just, let's go with hectic. Hectic is a very good word to use. That's pretty much life, but the main thing to see today was pretty much like what I did outside in Juneau, which wasn't much because it was a super early port, but that's okay. And yeah, I hope we had fun tagging along for the little shore excursion I did. If you want to know anything else about the shore excursion and all of that stuff, I will obviously link the company that that the ship used and everything like that if you want to do more research and all of that on them. So yeah, there's that, but otherwise this is a day in my life in Juneau, and I hope you had fun tagging along for the shore excursion because that was the biggest highlight right now, and I think that is probably, I know it's the first shore excursion I've done in Alaska. I think maybe the second shore excursion or maybe third shore excursion I've done since climbing on this boat, or it could possibly be, no, I think it's the second. Yeah, I think it's the second. Anyway, thank you for joining me for all the highs and lows and everything in between. My name's Tara from An Uncharted Life, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!